Tibet is a vast but mysterious land in southwestern China. There, Tibetan youngsters are chasing their dreams. Ge Sangci comes from a herdsman family. As a child, he used to lie on the grass fields and gaze at planes flying over the sky. Back then, he only dared to imagine that one day he himself would pilot a plane. In 2017, a policy of poverty alleviation via general aviation was carried out in Tibet, bringing new opportunities for over 20 youngsters from poor Tibetan families, including Ge Sangci. From pilot training to short intercity flights, then to high-altitude long-distance flights, Ge Sangci finally became one of the first batch of general aviation pilots in Tibet after repeated practice drills and rounds of screening. One could say Ge Sangci transformed his life with the help of national policy and aid projects, while Jasilamu, a Tibetan girl also from a herdsman family, changed her life via the internet. In Tibet, every village now has access to mobile reception. Jasilamu shares her daily life on short video platforms, herding sheep, making Tibetan pastry zamba, and fixing butter tea. These ordinary episodes of Tibetan life have garnered over 1 million followers on social media. With improved transportation and logistics in Tibet, deliveries have become more convenient, so Jasilamu also managed to do a great job in livestream influencing, which could help her fellow villagers market local agricultural products on the platforms. Now she's trying to open a B&B as an additional income source for the villagers. Danzeng Yixi, a cultural inheritor of traditional Tibetan opera, is also grabbing the tide of the internet age to further promote and develop the art. It is said that he has been fond of Tibetan opera since childhood. One time, by coincidence, an opportunity came up, allowing him to learn the art from a Tibetan opera master. Now, Tibetan culture, with Tibetan opera as a hallmark, has received support from the CPC and the Chinese government, and more young people are participating in the promotion of the art. After graduating from college in Beijing, Danzeng Yixi chose to go back to Tibet to further research on and promote Tibetan opera. He compiled works, partnered with artists home and abroad, and innovated the performing art of Tibetan opera. It's his ambition to reinvent Tibetan opera by injecting new vitality into it. Besides them, there's also Luo Zhandui, an English teacher who started his own business in Lhasa, hoping to open Tibetan children up to a larger world. And Ciren Dajie, a Tibetan teenager studying in Beijing who received a reply to his letter from China's taikonauts in the Tiangong space station. More stories about dreams like these are appearing every minute. Over the past 7 decades or so, absolute poverty was eradicated in Tibet. The Qinghai Tibetan Railway was completed on the Tibetan Plateau, and mobile and internet reception became more accessible for ordinary people. In the new era, the CPC and the Chinese government have kept up their pace in improving public services, providing higher quality education and healthcare. They have made efforts to promote communication, interaction, and integration among different ethnic groups, helping premium Tibetan culture gain respect while being passed on and developed. The realization of those dreams relies on the concerted efforts of the government, society, and individuals. Meanwhile, it's exactly the realization of dreams that shows people the progress of modernization with Chinese characteristics in Tibet. I suppose the vivid Tibetan life is captured in each and every Tibetan person. I'm Sun Wanlong in Beijing. Thank you for watching.